Hey guys, welcome back to Goose Adventures. I am so glad you're here. I'm Jen. Honk honk, everyone. Welcome to my travel channel. I'm just so glad you're here with me. Today we are checking out Disney World's Polynesian Resort. So, let me tell you about Polynesian. I have not had the opportunity to stay here, but we were taking the monorail today, and I thought we could take a walk around, talk about it a little bit. I do get a Dole Whip treat. I'll show you that. Oh, you can't miss that if you have the chance to go there. And I want to talk to you about it, show you around, and tell you my thoughts on all of it. So thanks for being here. If you're new here, I'm Jen. My other channel is Real Housewives Recaps. But today, you're here at Goose Adventures. I'm showing you out the windows here as we head up to the Polynesian Resort. Now, I took the monorail that does the resort loop, so that's how you can get there straight from Magic Kingdom. So here we are pulling up to the Polynesian Resort. So when you get here, you walk in, you get to see, just take a look. It's so beautiful. They've been doing renovations on it. They are building a new, I believe it's DVC style resort here as well. New tower, I guess it's called. But I want to take you into Polynesian. Take a look at this. You just can't beat the ambiance when you walk in here, right? It's so beautiful. I've had a lot of you rate me and tell me you love to stay here. We have not had the opportunity to stay here. It is one of the nicer hotels here on Disney World property. So it's all about the South Pacific. It's tropical palms, lush vegetation, and it's just a lot of fun. The pool looks amazing. I'll try to show you that as well. But I wanted to walk you around this lobby so you could check it out. We've got like the cute little Disney shops upstairs, and we have dining here. We have some quick service stuff, as well as is probably one of the most well-known Disney restaurants. It's called Ohana. It's over in the corner there. Ohana is so good. We have had the opportunity to have that before. It's where they bring out all these fabulous dishes to your table, and it's just a lot of fun. It's family style. It's Polynesian flair. It's delicious. They do have a Mickey and Friends breakfast there too, if the kiddos are interested in something like that, or if you're a grown-up, you're interested in something like that. But I love this resort so much. I love that you can take the monorail there from the Magic Kingdom. I think that's great. Anything to avoid those Disney buses, right? But here's a look through the windows. It's just so beautiful. I can't wait to walk you out. I'll walk you out and show you all about this, but I just wanted to show you the view through the windows here. Lots of buildings here, and they do have, I don't even know what they're called. Is it the villas that are over the water? Oh my goodness. So beautiful. They're just these little like individual huts, if you will, but they're fabulous, right? They're several bedrooms and very expensive and so pretty right over the water. And they have hot tubs on the back deck of them. I'll try to show them to you in a minute, but they have hot tubs on the back deck. You can sit in the hot tubs and watch the fireworks and stuff and see the boats go by. How cool is that? But we're walking downstairs so I can show you more about this beautiful resort. Polynesian. I just can't say enough good stuff. It's definitely on my to-do list. We have to save up money to stay at this one, because it is on my to-do list is to stay here sometime. But even if you're not staying, come check it out. Again, it's a quick monorail trip. You can just come in, and if your kid's into Lilo and Stitch like mine is, if they have a lot of Lilo and Stitch themed places. I'll take you here to the Pineapple Lanai in just a second. We'll get a Dole Whip, one of their specialties. It's so good. If you haven't had one, it's like soft serve. You can get it several different ways, but it's soft serve with pineapple juice. I usually get mine in float form. But here's a map of the resort so you can see what it looks like here. See all the different buildings, and of course, over on the water, those are those places I was talking about where you can stay on the water. But here is Pineapple Lanai. So it's just this cute little walk-up window. So even if you're not staying here, you just walk up and order. And they don't have too terribly much on the menu, but it does have those Dole Whips that everyone, including myself, is obsessed with. It's so good on a hot day. Again, I got the float. You can get it with rum in it if you choose. I got mine without that, but here it is here. It's the soft serve with the pineapple juice, and it is just so delicious. And I'm sorry to tell you, you have to eat it fast because it's hot here in Florida, but that's kind of the fun, right? You're eating it, you're indulging. It's so good, but it's great on a hot day. Very refreshing. But yeah, so this is a vanilla and pineapple swirl soft serve that I got here. And it does have the pineapple juice. Now here, I believe the menu stays pretty much the same over at the Magic Kingdom Park. There's different variations of it. My favorite way to get it over there is they actually have coconut soft serve over there. And I get it with the pineapple juice. And oh my gosh, it is tropical heaven. But they didn't seem to have the coconut soft serve when I was here. At least they didn't have it this day. So here it is. So delicious. Come sit by me and we'll share one. It's so good. You know what? No, get your own. It's so good. But here's the inside of the hotel again. Again, I just wanted to take a minute, show you downstairs, show you how beautiful this is. I love just all the decoration pieces. And so we can walk out the back here, just sliding glass doors here, and you can just take a walk around the resort. Now, you do have to be staying on property in order to use the pool. That's the case for all the Disney places. It makes sense, but they don't mind if you just come by a Dole Whip, walk around, that sort of thing. They do have a security check, which I think is great. They do. I mean, Disney is super secure, so they do that when you're coming in, or I believe when you're going to the monorail. That's what it is. It's when you're going to get back on the monorail. They just want to make sure everybody is safe, and I think that's great. So here you are, lots of activities around, places to lay out and just enjoy some sunshine. Again, you have that delicious treat to the left, and then straight ahead you have the pool. I believe there's several pools, but this is the big pool, right? The big family pool. They have a slide, they have a waterfall. You can see it all there. It is beautiful. And again, I've had many of you tell me in the comments that you have stayed here and that you love the pool. I can't blame you. Look at that. Gorgeous. You can see the lifeguards there. You can see the waterfall. This one always seems very busy. The few times we've walked around here, we've eaten at Ohana, we try to look out, and it looks very busy. There's a kids area there too. Looks like splash and play area for kids. I think that's so cool. Upstairs there to the right is the Ohana restaurant. And next to that is the Kona Cafe. And I haven't eaten at Kona Cafe, but I've heard that you can get a lot. Okay, Ohana's hard to get a reservation for sometimes. You have to book that one kind of in advance because everybody loves that place. Hello Noodles, they have the best. It's like sesame noodles. They're so good. But if you don't want to get a reservation there, you can't get a reservation there. I believe if you go to Kona Cafe, you can get a few of the menu items over there, and I don't think you need a reservation, or if you do, it's easier to get at Kona Cafe. And so, but they have this amazing bread pudding. I can't speak enough about it for dessert. It's so good. But here's the resort itself. Enough about sweets, right? Here's the resort itself. I'm all hypered up after that sweet treat walking around. But here is the pool. A closer look at that. Up top of that rock is where you get on to get to the slide. That white building you're kind of seeing through there with the red roof, that is the Grand Floridian Resort. So also on this monorail loop. But I just love the gardens here. I've never been to Hawaii. I feel like this is probably close to how Hawaii looks in parts. I love this Polynesian inspiration here. It's so beautiful. South Pacific inspiration. So beautiful. But each of the buildings are named after something to do with, again, the South Pacific. I think that's really cool. You got the tropical palms everywhere and the beautiful vegetation. So if you keep walking straight through here, there's a really nice area that I love as well. It's a sandy beach. So it's a place to play, to get away from people a little bit, although sometimes this area can be busy as well, and to have a beautiful view. So there is the Grand Floridian, as you can see there, and one of the boats that takes you around. And there are those huts over the water. I keep calling them huts because I can't think of the name off the top of my head, but they're much nicer than I'm giving them credit for. If you ever get the chance to look inside of one of those, oh my goodness, they're so beautiful. I have no idea how much they are per night, but I would guess in the thousands if I had to, because I think it's several bedrooms. And again, it's like your own individual vacation house at Disney, right? And it's got the, again, the hot tub around back. I can't say enough good stuff about that. That looks so cool that you can sit in your hot tub and watch the fireworks and rest your feet after a lot of walking at Disney. They do have a fire pit here. I believe they do the roasting marshmallows. Most resorts do that in the evening time, which I love. And here's another sandy area over here. I just love that they have things like that. Places for kids to run around, places to sit and relax, places to bring your Dole Whip and to relax. See, can you tell I'm obsessed with the Dole Whips? And there's the new building that's being built there. Again, it's part of the Polynesian. I believe it has to do with the DVC. I'm not sure the opening date on that, but this was filmed in March 2024, just to give you an idea. But there's the Grand Floridian there, another beautiful spot, very well known, very expensive place to stay, but beautiful nonetheless. This just speaks to me. So we're going to save up our pennies and try to stay here sometime. I think that would be very cool. So beautiful. You just can't beat the landscaping here. And again, I did another video. Go check it out if you haven't seen it. That was my thing on the Riviera. I love the way they handled the landscaping. They really do a good job on the theming on some of these resorts here. Yeah, so you can see it here, all the vegetation, so beautiful. So many buildings. This place is pretty big. There's a lot of buildings to this. It's not that there's that many stories to each building. I believe each one's, besides the main, I think it's like 2 or 3 stories tall. So they're not super tall, but there are lots of them. And again, there's like different pools, smaller pools around some of them. But here's the main pool here. That's the one where everybody heads to. And you just scan your Magic Band there. And that's how you get in. And if you are checking out that day, but you have a later flight, you can still use it. You can leave your stuff with the bell services and still use the amenities that day. But this just always seemed like a really nice place to get away. So beautiful. Look at that. Oh, I want to swim in that so bad. You just can't beat the views here. So beautiful. I keep saying beautiful, but I don't know what else to say. I just love this place so much. I'm so excited to show it to you. I love the vibe. You can hear the tropical music playing in the background and stuff, and I just think it's a lot of fun. So yeah, there is the Polynesian. Have you ever stayed there? Have you ever eaten at Ohana? Let me know in the comments below. It's been a little while since we've been to Ohana. It was before the YouTube doesn't let me say it, the Pandy, if you will, the 2020 events. And so I believe they had changed it for a little bit, but I believe it's back to how it was, family style. And I believe you can meet Stitch in the restaurant. At least that was the case. They do like cute little activities for kids, like in the middle of the meal, the kids can get up and dance with Stitch or something like that. So I know my kid enjoyed it, so it's a lot of fun. It's just a fun family resort. And so here you go. And again, to me, what I look for at resorts is 1, can I afford it? And 2, what transportation options are there? Because you'd be surprised. Some of them are way better transportation options than others. And you have to think about which is your favorite theme park. So if you're, hanging out the Magic Kingdom, most of the time this one is going to be one of the easier ones to get to because you can just take the monorail. And there might even be, I know they opened a walking path recently from the Grand Floridian. So I would assume there might be a walking path from here as well. That I'm not positive on. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this tour. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And here's a view of the Polynesian as I ride the monorail. I love the monorail so much. That one's a lot of fun. If your kids are into trains, sorry about the dirty window, but if your kids are into trains or anything, it's kind of fun sometimes just to get on it and do a loop. You can see the different resorts, hop on, hop off as you wish, and check out different places that way. But again, think about where you want to stay and the transportation options, because a lot of them have more than one. Those buses, to me, can be a nightmare at nighttime, but if you have something like a monorail attached to it, to me, you can't hardly beat the Skyliner if you can find something with a Skyliner. If you're trying to go a little bit more cost effective, I actually really like Pop Century. That's where we like to stay. They refurbished the rooms not terribly long ago, so they're pretty nice. And you do have the Skyliner right there. It shares it with the Art of Animation. So that's something to think about. The only thing to think about is if, Florida, the weather can sneak up on you real fast and get real bad. It's like during the summer, usually for an hour a day, it violently storms and then it gets nice again. But that's something to think about. They do shut down the Skyliners in inclement weather. So just keep that in mind when you're booking your place. But here we are at the Grand Floridian, and this is where I'm going to leave you. Thank you guys so much for being here with me. I appreciate it. I can't wait to bring you more stuff like this. I hope you enjoyed this tour. Take care. Bye-bye.